What's up, guys? Mike here with The Daily Ace, and today we have an awesome interview. We have Arvin Lal, CEO and founder of Shred Supplements, one of the most rapidly rising supplement companies in the world over the past 2 years. We're going to talk about Arvin's journey from leaving his corporate job, leaving a salary, leaving benefits, taking the risk, starting a company out of the basement, and it has become one of the most rapidly rising companies. It has massive explosion on the market, and he's bringing lots of creativity back. He's creating jobs, and it's just amazing to see such growth in this industry. That's something that I'm passionate about, and it's awesome to see a man, take this company and, change not only lives and transformations of the body, but changing their lifestyle and ultimately changing the world through fitness, through this lifestyle. And so everyone, listen up to this guy right here. He has a lot of good stuff. He has a great vision, and I'm excited to hear what he has to say. So,
Mike, thanks for that humbling introduction. Thanks for all the viewers that are watching Daily Ace right now. Appreciate you tuning in. I left corporate America, but Mike reminded me today with the suit. It's one of the things I don't miss. Now, I wore a tie actually for almost 8 years. So when we started, I said, we kicked off the company meeting 2 weeks ago. I said, so what's dress code? I said, as long as you brush your teeth and you don't smell, you come to work, you're good. So thanks for having us.
Cool. We just want to thank Arvin. He actually invited us to his beautiful new offices in Jersey City. Great atmosphere. It's just very lively in here, and it's very, family oriented. It's something totally opposite of what corporate America is. You go in and you're like, this is very, very engaging, and it's awesome to see a company like this, evolve. So, Arvin, if someone asks you what is Shreds, how do you explain that?
It's I get this question often. It's kind of difficult for me to explain because it's difficult for me to explain what we do.
Right.
What is Shreds? Shreds is a supplement company, but it's more than that. It's we call it a movement. We call it a movement because it encompasses everything from marketing, inspiration, everything from product development to the distribution of it, to the changing lives. If you say, hey, I'm a supplement company, you say, well, how do you change lives like that, right? Some of the messages that we get in every day are humbling, and you can see the impact that we're having on people, and it's hard to put that into one word or industry. So on the surface, Shred's the supplement company. What are we encompassing? It's a movement. So that's the best way to explain it.
Yeah, definitely. How about you take us back, rewind us before Shreds? What were you doing? What was your thought process when you first got this idea? How did this all come upon?
I worked for corporate America almost 8 years. I remember sitting in a chair similar to this and listening to the CEO speak. And the CEO was speaking right after a Facebook executive came and spoke to us. And the difference was the Facebook representative came in, blue t-shirt, jeans, was talking about the innovation of social media marketing. Now, me being in college 10 years ago, I remember I used Facebook to market to all the sorority girls to get them to our fraternity.
Of course.
So I was aligned with it. I'm part of the social media boom era, right? And the CEO was speaking, and it was very different than what the Facebook executive was saying. And I said, you know what? I've aligned with this company up until now, where the growth and the future of it is. And I said, I understand principles from both these concepts. I said, I wonder what would happen if I took them both, understanding corporate American structure and being on the front line of social media as I am a user, but also a successful user for what I was using for, and combined them. And combine that, and I had a buddy who he had a formula for a fat burner that was phenomenal. I actually used it with my mom, and I found the product I wanted to incorporate into my skill set, and we started Shreds, and since then it's become more than, like I said in the beginning, just a supplement company.
Right. So speaking of social media, you guys basically built your business on social media. You guys didn't pay for PR. You guys didn't pay for advertisers marketing. You guys use tools such as Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, but more specifically Instagram, correct?
To talk to that, everybody thinks that social media marketing is free.
Right.
It's not.
Okay.
Because yes, do you pay for an ad in a magazine? Yeah. The difference is you might not be paying for that post, but you might be paying for the person to design the post
Okay.
or to create the post or conceptualize. And the ground level, as a small business, yes, social media is a great avenue to reach a lot of people, and it's free in a sense, right? So with minimal resources, we had a credit card, I think, with between a $5,000 and $10,000 limit on it. Social media was our only avenue. So we started with that. Print ads go up to $10,000, $20,000 per page. Can you imagine if we started a company where like we're gonna put one page print in this, and we're gonna make our money back? We'd be bankrupt in a day.
Right.
So we would use social media to start what was the first phase of the company.
Okay.
And now it evolves from there. But yes, on the ground level, we use it to pretty much let our voices be heard and engage. Now, Instagram is a great way for people to showcase consumers. You have access to lots of different people. There's hashtags that you can utilize to see, how many people are using the supplements or using any product for that example. But the beautiful thing about us at Shreds is we're on every platform. We're on Facebook. We have verified accounts. Our YouTube channel has millions of hits. We're on Twitter. We have people constantly working all these feeds. We have a blog, original content creators for our website, driving Google traffic. So on the surface, yes, there's a lot of Shreds can be seen on Instagram, and it's actually not the company that's being seen; it's the consumers.
Okay.
And it's allowing us to see that organic engagement and
Right.
Showcase off it. But if you're a business, go on Instagram and allow the consumers to be seen, but you got to get those consumers first.
Okay.
And so we use all the social media platforms as a driving factor. Instagram is where I guess it's fun for consumers.
So you went on these social media platforms, but how did you actually generate this traffic? You guys have these sponsored athletes that, in a sense, they're almost fitness celebrities. Did they already have thousands, millions of followers? Did you guys, pick them? You guys saw potential in them, and you basically established them. So not only are they representing Shreds, but they're also like an individual brand themselves.
So, some of them have been with us for the longevity of the brand, like Joey.
Yeah.
Some of them are recent, similar like Manco Fit. Now, regardless of if you're an athlete or if you're an employee at Shreds, you actually carry yourself the same way. You are here to inspire other people. You're here to use your influence, whether it's 5 people or 5 million people, in a positive way. When we look for quote-unquote employees or fitness celebrities, we look for the same things. Granted, the fitness celebrity, we might want to be in shape, right?
Yeah.
But one of the common things is I get it. How do I get sponsored?
Right.
Hey Arvin, I won this state show. Can I get sponsored now?
Yeah.
It's more than that. It's more than that, right? You can meet somebody who's won a show before. You can meet somebody who has a six-pack. It's hard to meet somebody who genuinely cares about impacting lives. That is a certain type of person, a person who's self-driven, motivated, who doesn't mind putting other people as first and putting their egos in the backseat, right? So for me, I promote other people. I don't really promote myself. The avenues we promote the athletes. So it starts from the top down. You got to let go of egos.
Right.
And that's what we're about here. And whether it's seen in the athlete or whether the employee, it's the vision can be seen through everyone.
Awesome. So when you're going through these beginning stages and you're getting, your first product out, your second, did you have any, aha moments that you were like, wow, this could be something, and we're gonna keep grinding and we're gonna keep working on this? Or did you ever have that moment where you're like, this is gonna be something big?
People ask me if I'm surprised about where we're at, or when we started to feel that growth. To tell you the truth, the passion we walk into the door today is the same, if not more, than the same passion we started this company with. I remember driving to Ankur's house, his parents' house, driving 45 minutes at midnight, and I worked 50 hours a week. And I remember, let's say it was a weekday, I'd work till about 5, 6, get home at 7, eat dinner, then go back to work. And I remember arriving at his place at midnight and staying there working until 6 in the morning and going straight to work from there. That same type of passion, that excitement, whether we were in the basement or whether we had moved into the first phase of what was an office, home office, it didn't change. So there really wasn't an aha moment. I remember when we got our first batch of vitamin Z. Vitamin Z was our previous, the name to our multivitamin, right? Took a picture of it. I sent it to all the athletes and a few employees we had, me and Anka, right? And I was like, the excitement was there.
Yeah.
And it was that same type of thing where I sent a picture of our second product to like 8 people.
Yeah.
And we were like, yes, this is it. This is, we're going to crush it with this. And that same type of excitement was felt then. It's here, just a little bit on a larger scale now. So.
Yeah. So that excitement, I feel like in the fitness industry, it's always changing. What was popular last year may not even be on the market this year. What's popular next year may not be heard of yet. Trainers are always going back and forth with nutritionists, what works, what doesn't. There are millions of supplements on the market. People are so confused. That's why the fitness industry is a very confusing place, especially for someone that's not experienced in working out or eating right. They have this book or that book or this trainer. They're very confusing. So how do you guys plan on, in a very changing industry, how do you guys plan on keep going at this rate and keep inspiring and ultimately be successful in the long run?
There's so many different moving pieces when it comes to innovation, right? There is the marketing, getting your message heard, right? Then there is the actual product. How do you constantly be the industry leader? Because right now, I do consider ourselves the industry leader in innovation. How do you constantly change that up? How do you change how do you keep the growth, like you said, and that excitement, right? To talk about the products, we, from the get-go, have always used high-quality ingredients, high extracts, where we've never taken an investment from anybody, right? So there is no board to answer to. If we want to spend 50 cents extra on an ingredient, guess what? I'm the guy to make that happen, right? I don't have to answer people. So my belief and everybody else's belief is, if you could sell something once, but to have that repeating customer, right? You got to have a high-quality product. So we've sacrificed the, saving a little bit of money on certain ingredients and saying, you know what, we'll get the return on this later.
Gotcha.
So, and being a small business, that's not an easy decision to make at all. So that's the first thing. The second thing is new ways to get people to understand what is so confusing, which is fitness, weight loss, right? So we have a supplement line for men. We have a supplement line for women. And those lines are broken down by your goals.
Right.
Weight loss, muscle tone. In addition, now we're understanding that there's more than just supplements that's required to get to your goal, like diet, nutrition, exercise. So we have ebooks that we're going to become, that we have out right now that help people. And it's just, it's an overall picture. And the goal of it is how do you simplify something that seems so confusing for that end user, and then how do you motivate them to constantly do it every day?
Definitely.
So that's pretty much the formula, and there is no real secret to it. It's just how you can continue to deliver information to keep them excited.
Right. And you mentioned that you've never taken an investment. I'm sure you've had investors and VCs coming out and saying, and the reason you just want to be, freedom.
You know what it is? It's two things. It's, we grew this company on a vision and a belief. So if you don't believe in it, if you're not aligned with it, then it doesn't really matter if you come in as a customer support agent or a venture capitalist. If you're not a part of that line, that path that we're creating, then you're not going to be a part of it. I can say, we've been approached by a lot of people, and there are investors interested in it. Now, for us, there's a time frame on, we want to help people and inspire people. If you don't take investment or any capital infusion, it kind of sets a time restraint on it.
Right.
However, we're not willing to sacrifice the belief and the vision for that timeline. If the opportunity comes where somebody says, hey, you know what, we believe in what we're doing, and we're aligned with you, and we want you to do your thing, and here's some capital infusion, sure, the details ironed out, there's a possibility. money isn't going to change us, isn't going to change my view from getting steered off right now. So,
cool. You mentioned that you guys believe that you guys are market leaders when it comes to innovation. I've seen it myself. I've seen the videos. I've seen you guys inspiring stuff. But for anyone who doesn't know, what can you tell about why are you innovative?
You know, we'll use this as an example. Our YouTube channel is about to launch next week. YouTube generally is used with blog content, you know, with personal cameras, webcams, and whatnot. Now, YouTube is an avenue for people to see something that we can put our efforts in, which is talent, which is the level of quality of the video. So we did a series of RedCam shoots. You know, talk about maybe $500,000 worth of equipment on shoots that are just in the gym, but they're planned out, storylined, storyboarding. Take a few days to film each one, right? So what we put together, the level of quality is similar to movie quality.
Okay.
You know, you're talking about using some of the same cameras that they use in the Batman movie. So we have custom in-house designers. We do new photography every week. I don't know if most people don't notice it, but our photos and our graphics are new every single week. We don't reuse our content. New articles every week. What does it mean to be the industry leader in marketing? It means that we're constantly we're constantly pumping out new content, and we're innovating it by making it better every single week. So I mean, I don't think anybody else is doing that on Instagram right now.
Oh no, I agree. I think the whole fitness and health industry before you guys launched, I feel like it was very dull. It was very like informational, where it's a bit confusing, but there wasn't much creativity.
Yeah.
There was marketing and advertisements you see in magazines, but there wasn't any real engaging stuff, real videos, and I think you guys do a fantastic job at that.
Appreciate that.
And so I think that's going very well, and I appreciate it coming from out of the industry. But I see that stuff, and I'm not in the fitness industry, but it motivates me to innovate in a different way. But using your kind of stuff, you guys are setting new standards for not only the fitness industry, but you guys are setting standards for multiple industries.
You know, it's cool because fitness has this negative connotation. I'd say negative because the majority looks at it, the majority of the population looks at it as negative, or this guy's a bodybuilder, or this person's like this. Fitness, and Shred specifically, is about bettering your life.
Yeah.
Your body, your health, your mind. You know, anybody can do that. The goal is to get the average person to wake up and say, I want to better my life today. I want to be healthier today. And we want to help that.
Right.
You know, so we're trying to break out of just the six packs and just the building muscle, you know.
Right.
So I think why it's having such a good impact is because the average consumer is now aligning with it and saying, you know what, I can relate to this.
Yeah.
Or that is cool for me. Where it might have been just cool for, you know, the 19-year-old guy that wanted to come to Olympia.
Yeah.
Now it's cool for everybody.
Definitely, yeah.
Stay-at-home mom. You know, I know my sister's got 3 kids and she's doing a competition soon. I'm like, man, you're in better shape than me.
Actually, speaking of that, you're in better shape than me. As a business owner, as an entrepreneur, what is your daily schedule like? What are your hours? You get time to work out a little bit. Can you explain your daily?
Oh man, I got a toothbrush and toothpaste right in that drawer over there, just to speak to it. But wake up in the morning, do cardio. The building I moved into, I made sure that there was a gym there.
Yeah.
Why? Because it cuts the driving time. So this is gonna sound kind of crazy, but everything I do is so that my day can be more efficient.
Cool.
Steve Jobs wore the same thing every single day. New Balance, blue jeans, black turtleneck. Why? Because it saved time from having to pick an outfit out, right? The things you do on the daily, you might not realize it, but a lot of times they take away from the bigger picture.
Right.
You know, when I get my meals, I have them cut up because it takes me 4 minutes to eat up a cut up versus 7 minutes, right? So I'll wake up, do cardio, get dressed, come to the office, work till about 7 p.m. Go home, I'll eat, go to the gym. We call it the second shift.
Okay.
Shower, shave, put my socks back on, change the underwear. Some days it matches socks if I'm on point. Some days if I'm a little tired, they might not match socks, right? Do my hair, change the outfit, and then at 10 p.m. I start again with the second shift. And it's not mandatory. You don't have to do it, but I could say at 10 p.m. there's a good amount of people here that are working. And from 10 to about 4 in the morning, we work, go back to where we live, which is about a mile and a half away.
Yeah.
Why is it a mile and a half away? Because it's less commute,
Yeah.
right? It's effective. And you go to sleep, you wake up to do it again. And people say, when do you sleep? Well, in the hours between 5 and 10 in the morning. Some days you get more than 5, some days like less than 5. But the entire day, Monday through Friday, so Monday to Sunday, is planned around work.
Right.
The last day I took off was July 12th, 2012.
Wow.
Over 2 years. And it's funny because, I took a break the other day, the other weekend I think, went to on a boat for 4 hours.
Okay.
So we got to get to land.
Yeah.
Right? Because I have to work today.
Yeah.
I cannot break the streak. You got to get
Kept checking
going.
the phone.
Yeah. No, there's no service. But anyway, so it's a pretty rigorous routine.
Okay.
But I believe if you put in a few years
Yeah.
of working like that, the doors that it'll open up will be, the possibilities will be worth it.
So the possibilities, the ideas, where would you like to see, or where do you visualize Shreds yourself in 5 years?
It's funny. We just moved into this office, and I said, we'll be good here for at least 6 months to a year, right? We're about to max it out. So where do I see ourselves? The bigger vision for what we're looking to do, we need at least 5 floors.
Okay.
For this, right? You talk about the Googles and the Facebooks,
Right.
the vision they had and the type of environment they cultivated. That's what we're looking to do.
Right.
Maybe not in the IT aspect of it,
Okay.
but in the aspect of what a company's goal is. The goals are to impact the lives of people.
Yeah.
So in 5 years, whatever platform's out there, we'll be on there. Whatever avenue and ways to help and better lives of people, we'll be doing it. So.
Awesome. So let's hop into the products. What do you guys offer? What do they do? How many products?
Right now we have a men's line, a women's line.
Okay.
We offer everything from protein to multivitamins, anti-aging for women. So like I said, the quality of the products are real high. We stack them according to your goals, and there's a solution for you now with the ebooks. You can stack them with the ebooks and nutrition guides, and it's pretty much an all-in-one solution.
And you guys are in stores in GNC or just online sales?
Well, we do online sales, but we recently we launched in GNC. It's the only retailer that we've actually been in. It's funny. Prior to Olympia last year, it was difficult to get into retail stores.
Yeah.
And now after Olympia, people were able to put something tangible to what the company is. All of a sudden, a lot of retailers want to work with us, but for us, you need to be aligned. Remember I was saying it before?
Yeah.
You got to be aligned with the belief and the vision.
Correct.
If you're not, even if you come with a check,
Yeah.
you're not going to be part of it, right?
Gotcha.
So GNC actually believes in our vision.
Cool.
And so we partnered up with them, and we are now in the 5,000 locations.
Wow.
And, building out the marketing as we speak. We're going to go to the HQ next month and see where that relation goes. But
Awesome. What was that whole process like getting, because everyone with a consumer product, whatever it is, fitness or not, one of their main goals is we need to get into a store. Like that's the contract. But what was that whole process like? It could be very stressful, or it could go smoothly, but what was that like?
I'll tell you a quick story.
Okay.
When we first started, about 6 months into opening the company, we went to an online distributor, and he wanted to cut out certain ingredients so that we could lower the price to match our competitors, right? He said, well, I'll give you a $100,000 check for an order, but you got to cut down the ingredients so that I could get double the inventory, right? And I said, no. And we didn't do $100,000 the first year the company was open, okay? So to turn down a check for $100,000 was not easy.
Yeah.
I walked out. The thing that I would say for anybody starting something, right, whether it's a product or whether it's an online blog or whatever, when you start with that belief, don't let people deter you, even if it's for monetary reasons. Because if you really believe strongly in it, it'll happen. But these little things where people are like, "Well, I'll give you a check here," or "Why don't you change this? Why don't you do this?" They're all tests. How long can you stay the course? If you stay the course, what's right is going to happen. So for us, we said no to the people that wanted to cut, the quality of ingredients. And what do you know? GNC approached us.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. So about the products. You went over this a little bit in the beginning, but when people buy your products, they don't just buy the product. They buy the whole lifestyle, the whole movement that goes along with it. Correct?
Yeah. So basically, yeah, that's right. They it's funny when you get shreds, you don't just get the supplements with it. You get supplements. You get access to our live support. You get a heck of a lot of motivation to make sure that you do get to your fitness goals. Yeah. So whether you go through our social media avenues or whether you reach out to us directly, we want to make sure that you get there. So it's not just you get a supplement and then you're set on your way. It's more than that. It's just as important to train your mind as it is your body.
So what do you think actually sells the consumer to you guys more? Is it they just want to buy the product, or I feel like they see this movement? What do you think is why they actually buy it?
Word of mouth is probably the best form of advertising. So the thing about us is you can see all the thousands and thousands of testimonials that we have, the real testimonials, just by searching simple hashtag Shreds Army. You literally see over 1 million hashtags and thousands of transformations in there where people have experienced the results and have nothing but positive to say. So you can watch a commercial on TV. Yeah, I mean, they paid for that. Yeah. But we didn't pay for those transformations. We didn't pay for those consumers to be raving about our products. So why do they believe in it? The proof is in the hashtag.
Right. Can you explain that whole hashtag thing? I know you guys have multiple hashtags. You guys actually have 3 or 4 Instagram accounts. You have Shreds Woman, Shreds TV, just Shreds.
The Shreds brand, we have about we have different avenues. I guess the avenues are, Shreds Army is pretty much just the fitness enthusiast, right? Then we have Shreds Women, which is the female who's looking to lose weight or tone up, right? And then we have Shreds Weight Loss for the average person that wants to lose weight. Then we have things that are just fun like Shreds TV where we want to showcase, our high quality cool videos and stuff. So at the end of the day, it's what we have is too much for just one account.
Gotcha. So what sells more? Is it the women's side or men's side? What's more popular with the gender?
For weight loss products, it's actually women. A lot of guys are into the training stuff, so guys buy more of the ebook training guides and they buy certain things. But right now, I think that fitness has always been male oriented. Okay. With certain fitness celebrities like Paige Hathaway and Shreds open the door for women and females to now get in shape. Yeah. They're not afraid to. They see other people doing it, other women doing it. I think it helps them take that first step, which is the hardest. And so we've been seeing a lot of growth with the female demographic.
So compared to the beginning stages, how have the demographics changed over the last couple of years?
I guess there's more.
There's more teenagers, grandmoms, some more people,
I think when we first started, the person buying the supplement was mostly your young college, early 20s guy. Yeah. And now you have fit moms who are in the 30s or, brand new moms that are in the 30s saying, hey, we need to lose this baby weight. What can you do to help us? Whereas before, they might have been going to a nutritionist spending hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars. Yeah. Now they can come to us and just by buying the supplement, get not just that, they get the reinforcement from our staff and online support.
Awesome. So with the products, you guys are expanding. You just don't have products. You also have ebooks now. You talked about the videos. So what, besides the products, can you go in more detail about the other things that you guys are into?
Sure.
Selling?
To say that for fitness, to say that it's a magic pill just to lose weight and get in shape, it's a lie. Yeah. There really isn't a magic pill, okay? But there are supplements that'll help you, and they help you with a clean diet, and they help you with the right exercise. So we provide those, those guidelines, those ebooks, and also our websites and our Instagram accounts have tons and tons of original content where an article might, on how to shape your butt might, it might be on there, because you do need to exercise in addition to supplements. So we're not selling a false dream. Yeah. We're selling reality that seems like a dream to a lot of people, but it is possible.
Yeah. Now I'm just gonna go through a couple, rapid style questions about Shreds, but more about yourself and your entrepreneurial, your whole journey and stuff. So I have, what do you wish you knew before starting Shreds?
There's a lot I can say about that.
Yeah. You go through a lot of setbacks and failures. But what's like a main thing that you're like?
You know what? Expectations
Okay.
and expectations from people.
Okay.
And not everybody works like we do.
Right.
When you work with the affiliates, regardless of if it's manufacturers or marketers, to assume that everybody has the same work ethic,
Yeah.
that's what I would like to know ahead of time, because
Right.
it would have saved me a lot of headache.
Yeah.
Knowing that.
Well, with the work ethic kind of stuff, you obviously have to go through a hiring process, and you need people to replicate what you do. So you need to hire people that are constantly putting in hours and being very ambitious. So what's that whole hiring process? What do you look for? How do you interview them?
I've only interviewed less than maybe 20 people.
Okay.
For me, because the hiring process, if you're a referral, basically if somebody comes here and they do an excellent job and they refer somebody, we're going to use the trust system.
Okay.
This person is referring this other person, and because they know the type of environment here, they know the type of work ethic expected, so they want to build the vision, and they're going to refer somebody that matches that criteria. We'll interview them, but
Gotcha.
as far as the interview process, we have thousands and thousands upon interviews. I personally get a couple of hundred a week to my email box for resumes, and what I can say is be persistent.
Yeah.
A lot of times somebody will comment on one of my photos or say, hey, I emailed the resume, you haven't gotten back to me. Well, I would like to get back to you, but if nobody gets back to you, don't lose sight of that.
Right.
If you really want to be a part of it, the back end, just be persistent. We've had guys drive here from Boston, from Alabama, just for an interview.
Yeah.
Talking about over 24 hours driving straight just for an interview.
Yeah.
Do we expect that from everybody? No. If you want it bad enough, that's what you got to do, right? And just be persistent. What I say about a lot of people that want to get sponsored is you don't have to be sponsored by Shreds to be a part of it.
Okay.
You can use the hashtags, you can promote the positive lifestyle, you can be a part of the brand, right?
Yeah.
And it's more than just the people that are on paper right here. My advice for people that want to be a part of it, you can. You don't have to be within the walls to actually be a part of it. Now, if you do want to be within the walls, be persistent.
Yeah.
It'll get you through.
Cool. Okay. So did you have any specific failures or setbacks that are and what did you learn from it, or was it fairly smooth, or?
You know what? The biggest thing for me is things that I've sacrificed.
Okay.
When we moved out of my parents' basement, I was actually living with my girlfriend who moved from Canada at the time. It was a serious relationship.
Yeah.
And to give up things like a personal life.
Yeah.
To give up things like going to the movies or going out for a drink, or going to a restaurant to have dinner with friends, being able to go on dates with my girlfriend. It's not easy.
Yeah.
So that's the hardest. It's not a setback. It's more of a decision.
Right.
I would say there's setbacks every day.
Yeah.
Whether you're looking to lose weight, to become a fitness celebrity, to start your own business, every day expect there to be a setback.
Yeah.
They're not really setbacks. It's just a part of life,
Gotcha.
right? So you roll with the punches.
Yeah.
And it's how hard, how quick can you keep rolling with them is the difference. So expect there to be setbacks. That is just the norm. It's more the sacrifice.
Okay.
What are you willing to give up to get to your goal? That's what it's about.
Yeah, I agree. So you guys give inspiration to millions. You guys are 60 countries worldwide.
Yeah, we're. I think we ship to about 76 countries.
76 countries worldwide. You guys are constantly changing lives, not only in transformations physically, but you guys are helping people with mental clarity, more energy, more confidence, and that could go with well with everything. But so you guys are constantly giving inspiration. How do you yourself find inspiration? Like, who do you look up to, and how do you find that inspiration to keep going, to keep inspiring others?
I'll tell you what. I would think, in the beginning, it was someone like Steve Jobs or it's people that have made it. The truth is, it's the people that work here. Sometimes if I'm getting tired, I might see an employee come back later in the day. Like, you know what? I'm ready to work. It's like lead by example. Labor Day weekend, we had a sale. we needed to, we're here to support the people if they have questions or whatnot. So it was Sunday night, and I remember I was going to go home and go to sleep, and one of the guys said, you know what, I'm going to sleep here tonight. I got everybody toothpaste and toothbrushes, and I slept on the couch. How far was my place from here again? A mile and a half away. It wasn't about being able to go back home. It was about being motivated by the people here that are putting in the time to work.
Right.
If you're working, I'm working.
Yeah.
And that's the rule. And I think as a difference between a leader and a boss is your title gives you, power, but you can't buy respect.
Right.
And the people here, I believe they want to work here. They're not here because they have to be here, right? So, what motivates me? The people I surround myself with.
Cool. So what would you tell, the Arvin just graduating college now, if you had a chance, or what would you tell college or recent grads or seniors in college about to graduate? What would you tell them about either life or business, or what kind of stuff would you tell them?
If you're not where you want to be, if you feel that you graduated, you're not finding a job right away, if you're not getting the best grades, none of that matters. The only thing that matters is that you know what you want from life, and you do whatever is necessary to get there. Your parents might be wrong. Your girlfriend might be wrong.
Yeah.
Boyfriend might be wrong. The only thing that matters is what you believe, what is going to bring value to your life, where you see yourself 5 years, 10 years from now, a year from now. What you're going to do, what the steps are to get there. You might not have all the answers, but as long as you have that clear goal, don't steer away from it.
Yeah. Speaking of that, your girlfriend, your parents telling you, when you decided to leave, a comfortable job with benefits and a salary, did your parents or your friends say, you're crazy, like, what are you doing? Like, this is never going to work out, and you just had to, brush them off and that belief, or?
Yeah, I remember my mom, she was like, oh my God, I gotta sit down. She sat down at the table, she's like, you worked here for so many years.
Yeah.
I worked in the company for almost 8 years. I got a promotion every year, awards, plaques, and I left because I felt I needed to. And once I explained that to my parents, they kind of got it, right? When they really started to get it was when they started to hear it from other people.
Yeah.
And had I said, let me just live this comfortable life, I would have been somewhere. I could have been happy. You got to decide if you want to be content and happy, or if you want to leave a legacy. You want to be more than just, impacting your life and a few others. So it's not an easy decision to make, and it's not made for everybody. But you got to ask yourself, and you can't lie to yourself.
Yeah. So would you say your favorite part about being an entrepreneur is, to be able to leave a legacy, to have freedom, to be able to do what you want to do, compared to, you're in corporate America, you're in locks by, people above you. Is that your favorite aspect?
You know what? I think the phrase "the sky's the limit" is probably the best part of being an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And the best part of being, I believe, a successful entrepreneur is watching other people develop.
Okay.
And you're right. To be able to do what you want to do, as long as it's done in a professional, classy fashion, I think that that's the best part. Being able to wake up and, somebody asks you, what does success mean to you? Being able to wake up and do what you want to do before you go to sleep.
Cool. Yeah, definitely. So if you had a chance to go to dinner with 3 guests, anyone, celebrity, entrepreneurs, musicians, actors, whatever, who would they be and why?
It's a good question. Probably.
Think about it a little bit, or we could save another question then.
No, it's a good question, and I'll answer. We'll do Lady Gaga.
Okay.
Bill Gates.
Okay.
And Joey Swoll.
Okay.
Why?
Yeah.
Lady Gaga and Bill Gates are both very successful in completely different industries.
Right.
Right. Joey is very different than myself, meaning, I'm the entrepreneur. He's more the fitness guy, right? I want to see, which I think and believe is true, that if everybody's mindset is the same. Whether you're selling computers
Yeah.
or whether you're selling CDs.
Gotcha.
I'm pretty sure that each of the people at the table will have the same philosophy in life. So, just want to,
No,
make
it's
pretty
very
interesting.
interesting. Yeah, that would be very cool to see. So we're almost done here, but what's the best advice you ever got, and what's the worst advice you ever got?
You think it comes from first?
Yeah. In like business
Yeah, yeah.
life, not
Mhm.
going out to this place or that club or.
Yeah. I'd say in business, the best advice I've gotten so far was reinvest and grow. Just because if you really believe in what you're doing, there really isn't a risk.
Yeah.
If you're so confident in what you're doing, the risk factor isn't there. If you shouldn't have more than one plan. So pretty much the advice is only have one plan.
Okay.
If you have 2 plans, that means that you're not focused enough. You should have multiple ways to get to your first
Okay.
plan. But yeah, just reinvest and grow.
Yeah, I think that's very good advice. So do you have any, last words, message before we wrap this up?
Yeah, you know what? It's crazy that with 2 years of hard work and diligence you can accomplish, right?
Okay.
Let this be a testament to what that means, right? You wake up, is your work going to be attributed to something if you're not seeing results? Well, we moved from a basement in my parents' house to a 10,000 square foot office, 20,000 square foot warehouse. We house almost 20 people within a year.
Yeah. It's incredible.
So, and we're not extraordinary people in our talents. It's just we're focused and we are, inspired by each other to reach that goal.
Right.
So you can be an average person and you can accomplish great things. That's what makes you great.
I think that's awesome advice, and I want to thank you for. I learned an incredible amount. Getting into your mind of Arvin Lal and starting this whole journey. I think in any industry you could learn a lot from you and what you did, whether you're in the fitness industry or you're in finance or you're in tech. I think this was all honestly like very great stuff, and it inspires me. I'm sure it's going to inspire many others to, if you believe in something, then go after it. If not, it's not worth it. So I want to thank you guys a lot, for having us at your headquarters here now in Jersey City. Maybe, in 2 years you guys will be having bottom and top floor too. But we want to wish you the best of luck.
Appreciate that.
You guys are doing awesome right now, and I'm definitely following you guys, and I hope to see you guys, continue to dominate and just keep doing very good things. And
Appreciate
I'm excited.
that.
I'm excited to see. I'm not part of your team, but I'm excited to see where you guys are going to be in 2 years and 3 years, and what are you gonna. I think it's going to be very good stuff. So thank you guys.
You know what? And whether you're one person supporting the movement or 1,000 people, we really appreciate it. Every single person.
Yeah, so we're going to wrap that up there. We want to thank Arvin and his team for having us. We learned a lot, and I hope you guys enjoy it. If you guys have any questions or comments, comment in the space below. We'll link your guys' websites if you haven't heard of them to get more and join the movement. And subscribe, comment, share. We appreciate any feedback, whether it's good or bad. We want to hear what you want to hear. We want to hear what you guys want, whether it's good or bad. So thanks for listening, guys, and take care. Thank you.